Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Anna Kessler here with a new video tutorial, and today we are at paper Perk number 77, and I thought that we are going to make a really fun, let's call it a small collage. It can be a junk journal topper, it can be any addition to whatever paper craft that you're working on, and I thought, I'm into collages lately, so I thought I will give you some pieces and we create a sort of a collage and have a little fairy. We have wings here and the little girl. For our Ko-fi supporters, the one-off supporters or the monthly member, there is a full collage page that I made for you, and I'm going to show you what you can make of it in your journal. Maybe in another video. So I'm going to cut everything and then be back. So I've cut all the pieces, and I have here just a piece of card from a print that didn't work. I've cut it to 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Of course you can just decide whatever you want in terms of size. And I'm going to ink the edges of all the pieces, and then we're going to create a little collage and I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this piece yet, so I'm not inking it because I want to Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to start adding the collage pieces randomly, completely randomly, so slightly overlapping. So I want to make sure that I align it with the edges. And then we'll have a really pretty collage. And you see that they're overlapping. Of course, you can print as many as you want, and you can create a larger piece if you want, obviously. So with collage, what you need to do is you need to layer your pieces. That's the principle. So, but when you're layering the pieces, you want to make sure that you don't put all the big ones on one side and all the small ones on the other side, for example. So what I'm going to do here, this one can go either way. So nobody said that I have to use this. It's a collage, so it's okay to cut things and remove things. And I just want a piece here. Don't want the whole piece. And I'm going to use the flowers for something else. And of course you can tear. You don't have to cut if you don't want things to be straight. You can, instead of having cut pieces like this, you can tear them and have like torn edges. This one is going to go in the middle. I don't know how much is going to be visible because we still need to add our little girl. Okay, so this is my background. I think I'm going to use this as accent, or we'll see. So she's going to, okay, so another thing, composition. So you have a piece, right? Whatever, it doesn't matter the size, the principle is the same. You need to imagine that you have a grid of 9 rectangles or squares. So you have like 2 lines and 2 lines. So when you want to add your focal point or your main feature of whatever it is you're working on, you can, if you put it like this, you can in the middle, but according to the rules, if you want to follow the rules or the rules of composition, it is less recommended. Why? The eye, the brain, something in us doesn't like it very much. But look what happens if I do this. Doesn't that look better? Why? Because you always want your focal point to be on the intersection of the pages. Let me illustrate. So if you have a grid, not very strong, you can put this in the middle, right? Which we don't like. But the best thing is to put it in one of these points. So it can be towards the bottom. Well, she doesn't want to fly in mid-air, but she could. But the thing is that she's going to be on one of the intersections. So she can go here. That will look pretty. She can go here. She can go here. The idea is not to put her exactly in the middle. And by the way, when you're taking pictures with your camera, the same rules. You don't want to put people in the center of your photo. Just do this. So now we need to add our wings. Which wings are we going to add? By the way, we can have like a bunch of wings. She can have like 6 wings. No. I like these ones better. Okay. And still want to use the flowers. Maybe she's going to hold flowers in her hand. Kind of a big one. I'm just going to try and fussy cut. This is just an improvisation of the moment. So I'm not going to cut the entire thing. Just around like this. Because the shape is too delicate to actually cut it around everything. So we're just gonna go roughly around, and so it will have more or less outlines and not two straight ones. And we're going to go here. We want to avoid straight lines when we fussy cut, something like this. So, you see? Something like that. Let's ink. Why do I always, people ask me, why do you always ink? Well, I ink because I don't like the white of the paper to show. Sometimes it really bothers me. Ooh, look at that. Okay. We're going to learn so much today. So, you want her to hold the flowers, right? But then when you put it like this, it doesn't look realistic. So, we're going to bring this. And what we're going to do is we're going to cut a little slit above her hands, like this. And under her hands. This is like completely optional, right? But if you want. So now we can insert this very gently and then insert it like this. And now it looks like she's actually holding. We'll need to make this slightly wider. because I wasn't planning on all of this, but look at that. So now it looks like she's holding the flowers. I love this. Okay, so when we have a wide element like this, we need to glue that first, because this is what can happen. Although, if you want, you could have that popping out, depending on where you want to put it later. So I might do that. So I'm going to add the wings first, make them pop just a little bit. Remember the composition, right? Okay. And now I want to secure this, so I'm just going to add a little bit of glue. And then this little girl is going to be glued with some foam tape, because I want a little bit of dimension. Let's have another. I like to use, when I use foam tape, I like to use this, because then I can cut any size piece that I want, and because you can buy them, you know, in little dots and in little squares. But I like this better because I can decide what size I want. So now we have this done, and we can remove the backing, which is sometimes annoying, but mostly is fine. And attach our little fairy. I really, really like this. Now, of course, we can add words, we can add whatever we want to this, but I really like how this looks. And if you are a YouTube channel member, you are going to get another free exclusive video showing you how to make this. This is the tutorial, the exclusive tutorial that our channel members get. This is what we made just now with the paper perks, and this is the supporters extra page, which our channel members get as well, but they also get an exclusive tutorial on what to do with it. And this is a hidden pocket spread. So what we have here are 1, 2, 3, 4 hidden pockets. So if you want to learn how to make this, you just join and become a channel member. There is a little button that says join. You can click on that. Become a really appreciated and loved channel member, and then you'll get access to all the exclusive extra tips, videos, printables, and perks that are saved just for our channel members, including this video. So thank you very much for joining me. Go to the Facebook group to grab this freebie, and I will see you next time.